2020 is the year for big changes at Action Communications. We are happy to announce that we have upgraded our technology and we're offering even faster internet. If you want high-speed internet that you can count on, call us at 632-7836 or come see us at 315 West 27th Street in Scottsbluff. Make this year the best year ever with Action Communications' reliable, fast internet.
Get connected with Action Communications.
Hi, it's Jamie, Progressive #1, #2 employee. Leave a message at the... Hey, Jamie, it's me, Jamie. This is your daily pep talk. I know it's been rough going ever since people found out about your a cappella group, Mad Harmony, but you will bounce back. I mean, you're the guy always helping people find coverage options with the Name Your Price tool. It should...
Two hours, 6 minutes, and when you hear, you realize that you haven't slept away.
Well, you play all season to put yourself in this position, and now that time has arrived. Good afternoon. Chris Cottrell joining you from our Logos broadcast position right near courtside at Scottsbluff High School. We've got Scottsbluff boys postseason basketball brought to you by Ideal Linen and Uniform. Today, the Bearcats are hosting the Waverly Vikings in the B3 District Final with a trip to the Class B State Tournament on the line. Sure glad to have you watching on KNEB.TV, Allo Channel 15, and Mobius Channel 1500, and listening if you're doing that on 106.9 The Trail, and online streaming at KNEB.com. Unfamiliar foes for today's matchup, the same destination in mind. That would be Lincoln. Scottsbluff, the 3 seed, they're 23-3. Waverly earned the number 14 seed with their 13-9 record. For Scottsbluff, coming off a sub-district title earlier in the week with a 50-point win over Sidney, followed by a hard-fought 58-49 victory over rival Alliance on Tuesday night right here at SHS. Waverly's won their last 4 games of the year, including their sub-district tournament with wins over Plattsmouth and then Platteview in the championship game. One common opponent on the schedule for these two, that'd be the Hastings Tigers. Scottsbluff lost to Hastings 60-52 back in early January at the GNAC tournament in the championship game in Columbus. Waverly lost by 11 to Hastings just a couple of weeks ago. Waverly starts 1 senior, 1 junior, and 3 sophomores, and they average just 47.5 points a game, and they allow just 41 points per contest. Definitely looking to see a contrast in styles here this afternoon, with the Cats, of course, really wanting to get out, push the tempo, and run as much as they possibly can. Waverly head coach Ryan Reeder, he's in his 4th year at the helm. Waverly has not played in many of these huge games over the years. Their last trip to the state tournament back in 2013. Scottsbluff, meanwhile, well, all they're trying to do is advance to the state tournament for the 9th time in the last 10 seasons. The Cats did get hammered by eventual state champ Lincoln Pius last year in the first round. Scottsbluff boys basketball this postseason brought to you by Ideal Linen and Uniform. And when the Platte Valley Company's pregame show continues, we hear from Scottsbluff coach Scott Gullion. That's next when we come back right after this on the Rural Radio Network.
Hey, it's Angela from Tuxedos and Men's Formal Wear by Angela's. You know you can count on us to dress you up right for those special occasions, whether you need a business suit for the office or a formal tuxedo for the wedding. We offer several options from full ensembles to individual pieces with a customized fit. Whether you're looking to buy or rent, I'm here to offer you that one-on-one customized service on your time schedule. Now with the option to be mobile. Call me today at 308-635-0001. That's Angela's at 308-635-0001.
You may look forward to spending the seasons with family in your home, but not when these critters come knocking on your door. That's where Benzel Pest Control saves the day. Family owned since 1976, we provide prompt, professional, and efficient services to keep your home or business safe and secure all year round.
With 3 generations and more than 4 decades of service to the Nebraska Panhandle and Southeast Wyoming, Benzel Pest Control is the only name in all seasons pest defense.
We're back on the Rural Radio Network on our Platte Valley Company's pregame show as we get set for this big B3 district final matchup here this afternoon at Scottsbluff High School with the Bearcats and the Waverly Vikings. Time to catch up with Scottsbluff head coach Scott Gulliam. Pregame coaches' comments are brought to you by The Zone at Scottsbluff Screen Printing. Spring sports season really right around the corner, as in next week for practice. See Shane Wilson and his staff, and you'll be in The Zone all season long. Well, Coach, before we get to the matchup, in a way, it's a little bit of time to reflect here real quick here for a few moments. This is going to be a great afternoon because this group of seniors, their senior night during the regular season, you played sub-districts, but you get to a day like today and that there is no possibility for another home game, and this is one of the great senior groups that's come through.
I'm expecting a big crowd, a loud crowd, and they're going to be into it and supporting us the whole time.
Let's go back to Tuesday night. Big game against Alliance. This place was rocking. Rivalry matchup. Kids have known each other for a long time. When we spoke that morning, I think we were both expecting really up-tempo and maybe a lot of points, but both teams really played pretty hard-nosed defense start to finish. I was impressed with what your kids did on the defensive end, really making that into the floor their focus that night. Yeah,
our team, I thought our guys really defended well outside of a couple different stretches, in the first quarter and the third quarter. The second, fourth quarter was tremendous effort, and pretty much the whole game, it's a team like Alliance that has a bunch of guys that can shoot it and make shots, and it takes the whole game and you just fall asleep for just a little bit, they're going to make you pay. And Alliance had a tremendous game plan. Their kids battle their tails off. A lot of respect for Alliance. They've had a tremendous program, especially the last, 5 or 6 years. And they always come to play hard, and they're well coached, so they get after you. And Coach Baker does a good job putting them in positions to be successful on both ends of the court, and they make things difficult on you. So I was glad that our guys were able to execute enough and, make a few more plays.
That place will be rocking late this afternoon also with their game against Lexington. And you mentioned the respect level between the kids and you and Coach Baker. I know we're all pulling for the Bulldogs later today also.
Yeah, I hope. I'm sure that place will be, Alliance is kind of like us. You get a good team to come through, they're going to support you. And, especially if they enjoy watching you play, team basketball, and they'll fill that place. The support from Alliance community is really good as well, and I'm hoping for a win from them as well.
A win today for you guys would mean 9 out of the last 10 years heading to the Class B state tournament, one of the staple programs in the state of Nebraska. So let's get to this matchup here against Waverly. They don't score a lot of points. They don't give up a lot of points. It appears like this might be a contrast in styles. How do you turn the tempo and the pace of the game into your favor?
We got to push it every chance we get. We want to get up and down a little bit more, and it starts on the defensive end, being able to pressure and being able to take away some of the things they want to do. And if we can get into transition and, maybe not let them get into their zone, make some more possessions happen throughout the game, I think that'll favor us. But you're right, they don't give up a lot of points. They're pretty good on the defensive end in their zone. They're pretty athletic, and they got, a couple guards in their 2-3 zone are really active and get their hands on a lot of balls. So you got to take care of it first of all, and not let them get into transition, and then just making sure we contest and rebound. If we can do that, then I think we can hold them down enough to win the game.
Coach McBride was saying they really kind of pushed their 2-3 out onto the perimeter. Where does that leave soft spots on their defense to take advantage of?
I think if we can get the ball to the middle of the zone, we can have some success there. the short corner can be an option as well. But we got to be able to get into some gaps with our drives and with the pass. And I think the middle is especially a key. So if we get it there, then they kind of have to suck in, or we got a guy in the block or something like that. And, get guys in the right spots where we can make shots and hopefully open some stuff up down low.
We'll call this our key to the game, and really it's just going to be your message to the kids, coach's message to the kids today. We'll call it brought to you by Team Auto Center, home of the lifetime warranty, and you get that with every new vehicle purchase. What are you going to say to the guys before you leave the locker room the final time?
I think that with these seniors, it's their last game out, and it's their last time on their home court, and you want to leave a lasting impression and make it enjoyable and exciting for yourself and take something with you. And you get a chance to cut down a net, so you get to take a little piece of your home court with you if you win the thing.
There you have it. Should be exciting coming up here in a few minutes, and hope we got a few more of these pregame conversations at shoot-arounds in Lincoln here in a few weeks. Coach, thanks for the time. Have some fun. Best of luck.
You bet, Chris. Thanks.
We're back with more right after this on the Rural Radio Network.
For the past 44 years, Platte Valley Vacuum and Sewing has been serving the Nebraska area. That's quite a long time. At Platte Valley Vac and Sew, you'll find quality sewing machines, quilting and embroidery machines, even sergers, from name brands such as Pfaff and Baby Lock, both known for their well-made machinery. Keep in mind you'll receive one-on-one lessons with your machine purchase. Platte Valley Vac and Sew also offers a fine selection of 100% cotton quilting fabrics and a great selection of threads and notions to assist you in most any quilting or embroidery project you might have. For all your sewing machine quilting needs, stop by Platte Valley Vac and Sew, downtown Scottsbluff.
Box Butte General Hospital continues our mission to lead and innovate in healthcare delivery and community wellness. But this isn't just a hospital. This is home to exceptional patient care. This is the greatest place to work, receive care, and practice medicine. This is innovation in action. This is community wellness. This is where specialty clinics fit your needs. This is where a friendly smile, a warm hand, and an empathetic ear exist to care for you. We are Box Butte General Hospital. This is us. Great things are happening here since 1976.
Season really start to finish, record at 23-3, coming off a sub-district title game win on Tuesday night right here at home over Alliance, a hard-fought matchup and a rivalry showdown, 58-49. High level intensity in the building here for this afternoon's matchup. We'll have starting lineups coming up here in just a few moments as well. First we'll have the color guard taking the floor, and we'll get the playing of today's national anthem. Big crowd on hand as we get set for today's big-time showdown in Class B with a trip to Lincoln on the line for the winner. We'll step away and come back with more right after this on the Rural Radio Network.
At Compliments for you and your home, we're not ready to take down Christmas decor quite yet. Stop in and pick up great Christmas decor at great prices, with all Christmas items 30% off. And remember, Compliments has ladies' fashions that appeal to all ages and sizes. Be sure to look through our clearance racks for last chance bargains. Compliments for you and your home, 1708 Broadway, downtown Scottsbluff.
Hey, I've been hanging out here a long time outside of Panhandle Auto Group, and boy, do they have a great selection of vehicles.
And their sales team is great to work with, and you can also get your vehicle serviced and detailed too.
Welcome to Panhandle Auto. This is Sam Serta, General Sales Manager. It has been our pleasure to serve you for the past 2 years. At Panhandle Auto, we have a seat for everybody. Whether you need a vehicle for yourself, a son or daughter, our team will go above and beyond to satisfy your needs and even your dreams. So again, thank you from Sam Serta, General Sales Manager at Panhandle Auto, for allowing us to earn your business. At Panhandle Auto,
it's time for something different.
Crowd pretty lathered up here on a Saturday afternoon as it's just about time. We'll get to starting lineups and then opening tip. Introduction to starting lineups brought to you by Western Nebraska Community College. From diplomas to degrees, it's for me. Learn more at WNCC.edu. Cole Murray first off the bench for Waverly, a 6'1 sophomore, averages 8.5 points a game. Kind of their straw that stirs the drink is Noah Stoddard, a 6'1 senior guard. He averages 15 15 a game. Andrew Heffelfinger, a 6'2 junior, averages 12.5 points. Drew Miller, sophomore at 6'4", 5 points and 4 rebounds a night. And rounding out the starting five is Hogan Wingrove, a well-put-together 6'4 sophomore. He averages 2 points and 5 rebounds. Now for the home standing Scottsbluff Bearcats, 23-3. WNCC starting lineups, a future WNCC Cougar. Josiah Diolas, a 6' senior, he averages 20 points a game. Jack Darnell, a fellow senior at 6'1", 2.5 points and 2 rebounds. Does all the dirty work, one of the better on-ball defenders you'll see. Chance Parker, down low, 6'6", the senior, a near-walking double-double, 9.5 points and 9 boards per game. Dawson Moore, the sharpshooting junior, 16 points a game, knocks down 36% from three-point range. And the final starter today is that traditional same starting five for the Cats, rounded out by Big Sam Clarkson, the big fella, 6'6" senior, 9 points and 4 rebounds, playing the best ball of his high school career here on the hardwood down the stretch this senior season. Opening tip in a moment, brought to you by Papa Murphy's. Crowd rocking, great environment today here at Scottsbluff High. You wouldn't expect anything less. Again, opening tip brought to you by Papa Murphy's Pizza at 2801 Avenue B in Scottsbluff, where it's always loved at 425 degrees. Scottsbluff boys postseason basketball presented by Ideal Linen and Uniform. Waverly controls the tip. Vikings have the basketball. Noah Stoddard now with it, Heffelfinger to Murray. They'll move it. Sea legs will need to be found for both these squads. Unfamiliarity reigns supreme here early on. Film can only tell you so much. You've got to get out and experience it for yourself on the game floor. Missed shot, but an offensive rebound. Stoddard meets Mount Clarkson in the paint and drops in a lefty pull-up shot. And Waverly takes the early 2-0 lead. We'll see a 2-3 defense. They'll push it out. They really choke off things from opponents offensively. They only allow 41 points per game. Waverly and the Bearcats here this afternoon. Jack Darnell will inbound for Scottsbluff. In quickly to Dawson Moore. Right back to Darnell, now Moore. You can outshoot a zone. We'll see if they find Moore and get some open looks. Diolas staying patient, crossover dribble. Now he'll go baseline. Along the baseline finds Moore. Moore's first three of the ball game is down, and Scottsbluff takes the lead, 3-2. Both teams score on their first possession of the game. Stoddard off a high screen. With it is Drew Miller, a 6'4" sophomore. Heffelfinger, now Murray. Murray inside the arc, up top. Now Stoddard. Got their first bucket, can't knock down the triple. Clarkson grabs the rebound. Diolas brings it across the timeline. Entry pass is almost intercepted. Diolas had Moore open, didn't find him. Shot fake, they'll reset. Diolas, boy, they're going to give him a lot of help on this zone with help defenders along the baseline, and Diolas out of bounds. Turnover number one committed by Scottsbluff. 6:19 to play. First quarter action, a 3-2 lead for the Cats on an early Dawson Moore tray. Stoddard across the timeline. On the catch is Wingrove. Up top, Heffelfinger back to Wingrove. Stoddard being defended by Darnell. Miller, Heffelfinger, little three-man weave action out high. Some ball screen action on the wing. Wingrove attacks, misses the layup, rebounded by Clarkson. Diolas has it, jogs it into the front court. Shoots a pass across the way. Down low, good find from Darnell. Parker couldn't finish it at the rim. In transition, Murray. Ball deflected. With it, pass is deflected and intercepted. Scottsbluff's turned it over twice here in the early going. Very live atmosphere. Head coach is Ryan Reeder for Waverly, up and down the bench with instructions here on the offensive end. Catching in the corners, Drew Miller. Miller gets it back on the give and go. And the little lefty flip a little short off the front of the iron. Diolas has it. Scottsbluff still with the 3-2 lead. Low scoring game early. Diolas into the paint. Comes to a jump stop and gets it to go with the right hand. Josiah makes it 5-2. Cats early. Nearly 3 minutes gone by. Head coach Scott Gullion wanted a good start. He's got the early lead. Cole Murray, the sophomore. Now Heffelfinger on the catch. In traffic, can't get the shot to go. We get a whistle and a foul. 2 shots coming, and the personal will go against Dawson Moore. Moore an early 3, Deolis an early deuce. 5-2 lead at the line for Waverly. Andrew Heffelfinger, a 6'2 junior, and he knocks in the first. Two-point lead, make it a 1-point margin. Scottsbluff leads 5-4 early, 2-3 zone. The 2-point defenders out beyond the 3-point arc. They'll extend. Darnell dribbles into traffic, finds Parker. He wanted to make the extra pass to Clarkson. Sam telling Chance, just go up and finish, big guy. And now Sebastian Harsh off the bench for the first time today. Harsh again playing with a torn ACL. Wants to be on the floor down the home stretch with his best friends and teammates. He will not be denied this opportunity today with a chance to get to the state tournament. Scottsbluff's turned it over 3 times early. They're going to have to clean it up on the offensive end. Up top, dribbling into the paint, Heffelfinger met Clarkson, and they're going to get Sam for a blocking foul near the right block. Second team foul, first personal on Clarkson. 4:27 to go. At the line, it's Heffelfinger, 3 for 3 at the stripe. Here in the early going, that stroke at the line looks real solid for Andrew Heffelfinger. He averages 12.5 points a game. Waverly comes in having won their last 4, sub-district title. Scottsbluff also a sub-district title. They've been to 8 of the last 9 Class B state tournaments. Waverly's got the lead 6-5. Scottsbluff works against this 2-3 zone. Dawson Moore off the mark from deep. Ball's tipped up in the air. Popped out to the perimeter. Moore gets a second look at it and buries it. Dawson Moore, couple of early trays. That is the zone buster for the Bearcats. Moore from behind the arc. We'll see substitutions in a moment with Adam Benish and Tristan Hughes checking in for Waverly. Scottsbluff's gone to the bench early with Harsh. 3:50 to play first quarter. 8-6 lead for Scottsbluff. Waverly basketball. On the dribble on the perimeter. Heffelfinger now in the corner. Murray, down low. Heffelfinger's shot. Short. We're going to get a whistle, and we'll go the other way. A foul called against Andrew Heffelfinger. That'll be his first, going over the back. 3:38 to play in the first quarter. Adam Benish, a 6'2 junior, averages 4 points. Tristan Hughes, 6'2 junior. He's averaged 4 and 3 the last 5 games, once healthy down the stretch for head coach Ryan Reeder. Cats with the 2-point lead, 8-6. 3 minutes and 32 seconds to play. Dawson Moore brings the ball up. They run Moore off a screen, steps into a triple. 3 threes early for Dawson Moore. 11-6. The Cats have 3 triples early from the 6'1 junior sharpshooter. An offensive foul, a moving screen called against Tristan Hughes. Second team foul called against Waverly. 11-6 here in the early going. Scottsbluff with the lead. Again, Waverly only allows 41 points a game. They've given up 11 in the first 3:15. Dawson Moore brings it up the floor. Darnell. We'll see what kind of play they run. They're going to throw cross court. Dawson Moore looking for his 4th, left it short. Hustling after the rebound, Sebastian Harsh couldn't save it in bounds for the Bearcats. Moore's got the hot hand early. Today at shoot-around, they were running every set play they had in the book to get more open looks against this 2-3 zone look from Waverly. Noah Stoddard, the engine for Waverly, across the timeline to Cole Murray. Murray, dribble handoff action. It goes to Stoddard. Now who's on the perimeter? Gives it to Benish. 3-man weave action out high. Triple for Stoddard, wouldn't go. And a foul's going to go against Josiah Deolis. Rebounding position down low was Waverly's Tristan Hughes. And Deolis climbing up on the back, trying to grab that defensive board. And the foul goes on the 6'4" senior point guard for Scottsbluff. More action in in and out of the ball game. Substitutions for Waverly. Inbounds pass comes to Stoddard. Benish. Now Heffelfinger. Who's looks like a middle linebacker from their outstanding football team this past fall. Got beat in the state semifinals by eventual champion Omaha Skutt. They beat Scottsbluff by 2. Stoddard to the rim, lefty layup. Some contact and a foul goes against Scottsbluff. Foul on Dawson Moore. So a big whistle early. 2 fouls on Dawson Moore. Now they'll make the change, and that'll go on Chance Parker. Key change there on that decision. 1 each now on Moore and Parker, and it's Stoddard at the foul line. Buries the first. Waverly 5 for 5 early at the line. Something you've got to do on the road in these wild environments when you're the underdog. Take what they're giving you and knocking down foul shots. An easy way to convert when you get the freebie. Stoddard makes it 6 for 6 at the line for Waverly. They have 6 free throws and just 1 basket here early. 11-8 the score. Waverly going to sit in that 2-3. They'll extend. Darnell to the paint. Runner off the square. Right hand. 2 points for Jack Darnell. 9 early for Moore, 2 each for Diolas and Darnell. Under 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Dribble handoff action. Stoddard shoots a pass into the corner. Heffelfinger's 3-ball wouldn't go. Parker up high, grabbing the defensive board. Now Dawson Moore brings it across the timeline. Hesitation dribble. Thought about stepping back into a 3. Harsh grabs the pass that was deflected. Whips one underneath the Chance Parker, in and out of Chance's hands, and Scottsbluff has turned it over 4 times here in the first. 1:37 to play. 13-8. Stoddard and Hoos will take a seat. Checking in is Landon Jaden, a 5'8 sophomore, and also into the game is Drew Miller, one of their starters, back in off after a breather on the Pine. Right side, now out high. Catching is Miller. 6'4 sophomore, operates on the wing. Benish between the legs, now bobbles on the dribble. Moore trying to close out in a hurry. Miller holds now along the baseline, and the shot would not go for Heffelfinger. Diolas has the loose ball. He's trying to push, hesitation dribble, goes to the bucket, blocking foul, and a chance for Diolas at the line. Foul's going to go against Barrett Skrabecki. First personal on Skrabecki. Diolas at the line, 75% shooter on the year. James Brunner now will check in for Scottsbluff. Quentin Scott's on the floor, so they've gone 7 deep, about to make it 8 deep with Brunner entering for the first time. Sebastian Harsh will take a seat. They're going to have to limit his stretches, limit the minutes, short burst for Harsh. Again, he's playing with a torn ACL, folks. What more can you ask of him? Jack Darnell going to come on, replacing Chance Parker. Skrabecki picks up the foul. A little bit of a wait here for Diolas at the stripe. He hit the first. The lead is 14-8. Make it 15-8. 7-point margin early for the Cats. Noah Stoddard jogs it into the front court for Waverly. Under a minute to play in the quarter. Quentin Scott D's up against Jaden. Now on the wing, Skrabecki gives it back to Stoddard. Jaden a back cut. Miller popped to the wing left side. Set it's back to Heffelfinger. Averages over 12 a game. Skrabecki, 35 seconds. Waverly staying patient. It looks like they might want to take the final shot of the quarter. Skrabecki, whistle. And a blocking foul is going to go against Quentin Scott. That'll be the first personal on Quentin Scott. 15 foul on Scottsbluff. So a 2-shot opportunity at the line for Barrett Skrabecki, a 6-foot senior, averages 1 point and 2 rebounds. Hogan Wingrove, a 6'4 sophomore, will check in here in a moment for the Vikings. Their first miss at the line today. Skrabecki off target. Harsh back in for the Cats. Chance Parker also back on. Scott to the bench. Nearly packed house here today at SHS. 15-8, 29 seconds to play in the first quarter. Cats with the early 7-point lead. Skrebecki shoots the second. Got one of two. Skrebecki will sit, Wingrove in. Harsh will play it into Dawson Moore. Scottsbluff will look to take the final shot of the first quarter. They work hard on these into quarter, into game, into half situations. Darnell with a look to Moore. 16 on the clock. Dawson stays patient. Dribble handoff action to Jack. Now Diolis. High screen set by Harsh. Moore's got it. Dawson Moore being hounded defensively. Ball loose on the floor. Still loose. Harsh picks it up. 3 seconds to play. And we're going to get a reach-in foul called against Landon Jaden. 1.4 to play. Non-shooting foul. So what will Scottsbluff run here from the sideline? Harsh will inbound. Coach Gullion off the bench with the play call. I think Darnell wants to take it out of bounds. They'll use Harsh to set a screen. They'll lob it in. Intercepted by Stoddard. Stoddard didn't get the shot away at the buzzer. Late turnover. 5 in the quarter for Scottsbluff. 1 in the books. Cats lead 15-9 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Find out what convenient really means at the Western Travel Terminal. Start with our great selection of food and drinks, from for real milkshakes and fresh brewed coffee to snacks and hot food. Next, check out our beer and spirits with their everyday low prices. Finally, let us work for you with our full-service gas station and automatic truck and car wash. All this can be found at 822 South Beltline in Scottsbluff. Western Travel Terminal, your convenient shopping, restaurant, and full-service gas leader.
Why do we work all hours of the night? Head towards challenges instead of turning away, and work together to solve the toughest problems so you can enjoy the little things and all the big moments life has to offer. Tri-State and our family of electric cooperatives. Brighter, stronger, better together.
Scottsbluff boys postseason basketball presented by Ideal Linen and Uniform. Want to give a quick shout out. Chance Parker's family a ways away from the gym today, watching on KNEB.TV, streaming on the YouTube channel, I believe, down in the state of Mississippi. Tuned in, watching Chance play today. So shout out, thanks for finding us, and best of luck watching Chance, who's had a great year here as a senior. Scottsbluff ball to start the second quarter. Diolis athletic finish at the rim. A little shimmy along the baseline after he lays it in. Diolis has 6, and Scottsbluff leads 17-9. Diolis has that look in his eye after that bucket. Fights over the top of a screen defensively. Stoddard along the baseline. They give it to Wingrove. Stripped away. First turnover of the game committed by Waverly. Pull-up shot in the paint. Diolis 2 more. Stops and screams at the rafters. Timeout taken by Waverly. Cats lead by 10. 7:27 to play in the first half. We get a stoppage on the floor. It'll be a full timeout. We'll break with them. Cats lead by 10 on the West Coast scoreboard.
This chair is way too big. It's perfect for us. This one's tiny. That's 'cause it's mine. Hey, this chair is just right. This bed is way too hard. It's perfect for me. This bed is way too soft. Just what I needed. This bed is just right. So come on over to Leeds Heads.
Are you looking for the perfect place to hold a wedding, family reunion, holiday office party, or business meeting? Well, look no further. The Hampton Inn and Suites Hotel and Conference Center is just the place for you. We're a full-service banquet facility that can host up to 400 of your guests. Stop in and see our spacious open-concept meeting rooms and begin planning your special event or family gathering today. Let us do the work for you so you can enjoy your guests. For personal service, stop by the Hampton Inn and Suites front desk.
Another fine sports sponsor for us is Russell's Automotive. They're your family-owned go-to for all those quality automotive repair needs. Russell's Automotive out of the Waverly timeout. Cats lead it by 10, 19-9. Operating along the baseline, Heffelfinger shoots a pass into the corner to Miller. Steps back behind the three-point line. Stoddard has it up top. The lefty with the stop and pop J. Pretty player is Noah Stoddard. Smooth like his game. He's got 4. A little over a minute gone by here in quarter number 2. Cats with the lead. Diolis has kind of got cooking here on the last couple of possessions. Going right to the bucket, the strength of his game. Darnell, backside look. Moore's 3, partially blocked. Into the hands of Wingrove. Dangerous pass in the backcourt. Heffelfinger being defended. Help defense arrives. Heffelfinger finishes with the right. He's got 6. His first field goal, 4 straight out of the timeout for Waverly. 19-13 the score. Darnell. Clarkson, another turnover for the Cats. That's 6 early. Out of the corner, the 3 on the way. Off the back of the iron from Cole Murray. Wingrove the offensive rebound. Darnell reaches in on Miller. Miller gives it back to Stoddard. 2 minutes gone by in the second quarter. Chance Parker will check back in at the next dead ball. Stoddard attacks the rim. Wanted Heffelfinger in the corner, but we're going to get a whistle and a foul first, and this will go on Darnell. That's his first. Sebastian Harsh will sit for the Cats. 5:55 to play here in the second quarter. They run Stoddard off a screen. Whips a pass underneath. Couldn't hang on. It went off Big Sam's belly and right back into the Waverly offensive player's hands. Miller picked it up. They saved the possession. Parker hedges on the high screen and roll action. Heffelfinger on the wing left. Into the corner. Murray. Stolen away. Chance Parker. Oh, he went up and we're going to get a foul from behind. A little bit of contact. And that might have prevented Chance from throwing one down. Parker will get 2 at the line. Foul goes on Drew Miller, the 6'4 sophomore. 15 foul on Waverly. Parker at the stripe, too strong. Chance shooting 60% on the year. High school basketball B3 district final on the boys' side today. Parker missed them both. Ball's tipped up in the air. And that'll be a second foul now on Jack Darnell. 2 quickies for Darnell. Quentin Scott will check in and replace Jack on the floor. So already now, Waverly going to be in the bonus the rest of the way here in the first half. Stoddard shooting a 1-and-1 now for Waverly. They are 8 of 9 at the foul line. Free throws keeping Waverly in this game early. Leaving that one short. 1-2 trip at the line for Noah Stoddard. Two-3 zone extended. Diolis trying to pierce it. Pull-up shot in traffic, and he scores over multiple defenders. Diolis now in double figures with 10. Murray to Heffelfinger. Being hounded on the perimeter by Dawson Moore. 5 minutes to play in the half. Murray pull-up shot at the foul line. Rolls off, grabbed by Quentin Scott. Gives it to Diolis. Josiah brings it into the front court. Josiah got along the baseline. Now he'll throw it up top. Moore on the catch. Dawson Moore wide open underneath. Clarkson with the right hand finish. It wouldn't drop. Everybody battling for the basketball underneath the rim. Here we go. Stoddard the other way. Stoddard leaves it. Beautiful look. And it wouldn't go for Andrew Heffelfinger, and a foul's going to go against Waverly. Heffelfinger frustrated he couldn't finish, and the foul after the rebound for Scottsbluff. Second on Heffelfinger, also a solid player. This Waverly team has Stoddard, the senior leader, and a lot of talent in this sophomore class. Are they going to be able to come on the road and win in this environment against a veteran-laden Cats team? It's been a competitive first half, but Scottsbluff leads it 21-14. Deolis has not taken the long ball so far in this one. He goes right to the rim, couldn't finish, and a reach-in foul is going to go against Sam Clarkson. That's going to be his second. Final home game for this bunch of seniors and their tremendous athletic careers at Scottsbluff. Harsh back in. Clarkson will sit. 4:14 to play. And again, the parade to the foul line will continue for Waverly for the next 4:14 with the 1-and-1. In effect, 2 away from the double bonus. 18 fouls on Scottsbluff. Wingrove, the 6'4" sophomore post player. Can't get it to go. Won't get the second. Parker rebounds the miss. Dawson Moore. He'll run the offense. Barks out the signal. Moore bounces it over to the right side to Deolis. He walks it near the corner. Gets baseline. And another turnover for the Cats. 7.5. Stoddard in transition. Easy bucket for Noah Stoddard. He's got 5 in the quarter, 7 in the game. Waverly's within 5, 21-16. Quentin Scott tipped into the backcourt. Stoddard deflected it. Deolis tracks it down. Across the timeline once again. Moore well behind the arc. They get it middle to Harsh. Cross-court pass. Another Scottsbluff turnover. 8. They lob it ahead. Murray under the basket. Gives it to Wingrove. Wingrove in traffic, and another foul called against Scottsbluff. The fouls and the turnovers really piling up right now for the Cats. 8 turnovers in the half for the Bearcats, and they've led to some easy buckets the other way. And in this situation, a foul and 2 shots at the line for Wingrove. He missed his last time down on the 1-and-1. Wingrove hits this one. An 8-2 run for Waverly over the last few minutes since they took that timeout after falling down 19-9. Benish next. Dead ball going to check in. Wingrove hits both. Benish replaces Andrew Heffelfinger. Been impressed with Waverly here today, folks. Physical in the upper body, strong, hard-nosed, tough kids is what Waverly brings to the table. They know who they are, defensive-minded group. They're going to stick in this 2-3. Scottsbluff going to have to continue to make the right decisions. Deolis, a pull-up triple, and he knocks it down. 3 ball for Josiah, 9 in the quarter. He's got 13. Quentin Scott, cue ball right side, a little bit strong. Who touched it last? We're going to get a whistle and a foul called on Waverly, and Harsh will be at the line. Noah Stoddard picks up the foul. At the line this year, Sebastian Harsh, the force of nature, shooting 64% at the stripe. Again, playing on a torn ACL. Off the mark on the front end of the 1-and-1. Scottsbluff just 2 for 5 at the stripe early. Waverly down by 6 with the basketball. Benish, Ryan Reeder. A very emotion on your sleeve type of head coach for Waverly. 2:05 to play. Stoddard. Now Benish behind the arc, left side wing. Gambling on the steal up top. Wingrove gets it to Heffelfinger into the paint. 2 off the square for Andrew Heffelfinger. He's got 8 points. His 2 baskets have come here in this second quarter. 1:45 to play. First half. They go high for Harsh, too high. Out of his reach. Turnover number 9 committed by the Bearcats. 9 turnovers in the game. Very unlike this Scottsbluff team here so far today. Turning it over at a high rate. And they've put Waverly at the line a ton here early. Heffelfinger continues to look the part. Heffelfinger has 6. Give him 10. 6 in the quarter. Waverly once down by 10. Back within 2. 24-22. Moore to Diolis, and now a reach-in foul's going to go against Noah Stoddard, trying to pick Diolis' pocket from behind on the dribble. Stoddard second. Darnell will come on, as will Clarkson. Both re-enter the ball game with 2 personals. Diolis to the line, shooting a 1-and-1. 75 seconds to play in the half. Diolis has all 9 points for the Cats in the quarter. Can't get the first. Scottsbluff 2 for 6 at the foul line. Struggling shooting at the line. Putting Waverly at the line a bunch and also turning it over, and they lead 24-22 still. Wingrove out high. With it, Cole Murray. High screen and roll action. Hughes gives it off to Stoddard. Stoddard to Wingrove. 47 seconds to play. Waverly looks like they want to take the final shot of the half. Tempo of this game in their favor, at least the score on the scoreboard would indicate it. Waverly averages 47.5 points. They only allow 41 a game. We're down to 30 seconds to go in the half. Waverly stays patient, content to take the final shot. Maybe tied, lead by 1, at worst trail by a field goal, and they'll feel great in the locker room. 18 seconds to play. Darnell defends against Stoddard on the perimeter. Now Clarkson out to help out. Almost forced a backcourt violation. Hughes shoots it out of the corner, and he walked with it trying to get his feet set. Really just out of position, not where Tiston Hughes really wants the basketball from what we've seen here in the first half. Just the second turnover committed by Waverly. And after all of that, it'll be Scottsbluff with a crack here at the buzzer. Landon Jaden will check in. Stoddard has 2. They'll get him on the bench. Benish checks on for Heffelfinger. So good job by Coach Reeder. He's got his 2 studs going to the bench with 2 fouls each. Doesn't want anything silly here in the final 10 seconds. Darnell, they move it to Clarkson in the corner. Moore's going to get a look. Dawson Moore left it short. Rebound grabbed by Wingrove. 2 quarters in the books. They'll head to halftime. Scottsbluff leads 24-22 on the West Coast scoreboard.
At TC & More in Scottsbluff, we believe it's the little things that make your house a home. Start with home decor. Brighten up any room in your house with flags, wall decorations, and custom art pieces. Next, brighten up your wardrobe with clothing and accessories like jewelry and purses from the Myra collection. And remember, seniors and military members receive an additional 10% discount. Visit our website, tcandmore.com, and like us on Facebook, TC & More, 1621 Broadway, beautiful downtown Scottsbluff.
B3 District Championship game this afternoon at Scottsbluff High School. We're at halftime, where it's a tight one on the scoreboard. Scottsbluff in front of the Waverly Vikings by the score of 24-22. Cats got out to the 15-9 lead at the end of the first quarter. They went ahead 19-9 and forced a timeout from Ryan Reeder, the head coach of Waverly. And right out of that timeout, Waverly went on a 10-2 run to get right back into the game. 24-22 our score. We'll add up the halftime numbers. Check stats coming up right after this. At the break, 24-22. Scottsbluff leads on the West Coast scoreboard.
On April 15, 1924, West Nebraska Methodist Episcopal Hospital, the region's first modern hospital, opened in downtown Scottsbluff. The goal was to provide the care residents needed close to home, and it's never changed. For 95 years, we've continued to provide exceptional health care for generations of families throughout our region as a community hospital, a regional referral center, and a Level 2 trauma center. Thank you for trusting your health care to Regional West Medical Center.
At Elite Physical Therapy, we provide preventative and rehabilitative treatments that maximize function and promote well-being for patients of all ages. With 2 locations in Scottsbluff and Gearing, we offer the convenience of you choosing your location with the same great services no matter where you go. Stop into one of our locations today, in Scottsbluff at 214 West 27th Street or in Gearing at 10th and M Street, and see what Elite Physical Therapy can do for you. Treatment you need and care you deserve.
Back at halftime on the Rural Radio Network this afternoon, Scottsbluff leads Waverly in the B3 District Final by the score of 24-22. Time to look at the numbers brought to you by Arby's, the meat crafters throughout western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming. I've got Waverly down with just 2 turnovers. They have really taken care of the basketball. Meanwhile, for Scottsbluff, uncharacteristically, 9 turnovers they commit in the first 2 quarters unofficially. 9 and 13 scoring by quarter for the Vikings, 15 and 9 as the style and pace and tempo of the game shifted from Scottsbluff to Waverly early in the second quarter, something to keep an eye on. In fact, for Scottsbluff, all the points they scored in the second quarter from Diolis with 9. Let's take a look at the individual scoring totals right now. For Waverly, 1 in double figures, Andrew Heffelfinger has 10. 7 points for Noah Stoddard. 2 points apiece for Hogan Wingrove and Cole Murray, and 1 off the bench for Barrett Skrabecki. For Scottsbluff, mentioned Diolis with 9 in the second quarter, all 9 for the Cats. He has 13 to lead all scores. Dawson Moore got off early with 3 first quarter 3 balls, and he finished the half with 9 points. They're really going to have to get more and more clean looks at the rim coming up here in this third quarter. Try and find a little bit of separation in this ball game. Jack Darnell has the other points, and that is just a 2-point bucket on a drive in the first quarter. First impressions from Waverly, these guys are tough, physical, well put together, well coached, and very disciplined. And no surprise when you watch them play that they've arrived here in a district final. And they also, over the last 24 to 48 hours, in some of the social media postings, have looked forward to the trip. They embrace the mileage. They embrace the long ride out. Positivity goes a long way when you're trying to pull an upset on the road against a team like Scottsbluff. Waverly has to be feeling tremendous right now in the locker room. We'll head to another timeout here at halftime. On the board, 24-22. Scottsbluff leads Waverly by 2 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Twin Cities Development has a great opportunity for food entrepreneurs and small businesses with newly remodeled and permitted commercial kitchen and office spaces available. You can do catering, packaging, processing, and recipe or product development with several rental options available. Call Twin Cities Development Association at 632-2833 for pricing and more information. The kitchen is located at Northfield Apartments in Gearing, where 1- and 2-bedroom apartments are also available. Don't wait, call today.
Right now at halftime here at Scottsbluff High, the B3 district final between the Bearcats and the Waverly High Vikings. It's Scottsbluff in front by 2, 24-22. And again, just echoing what I said before we went to that last break, talking with our TV producer TJ Albright moments ago, just looked over and said, Waverly is tough and well coached. These guys, they mean business out here today in that 2-3 zone defense. They just sit, they do what they do, and they have got the tempo in their favor right now. Looking forward to seeing some of the adjustments from Scottsbluff. And really, does Waverly change anything up? They've got most of the things going their way. If you're Waverly, you like what you've seen through the first 2 quarters, and they've got guys on the perimeter like Stoddard and Heffelfinger that can really get to the rim, make smart plays, and again, they've only turned the ball over twice in the first half. For Scottsbluff, 9 turnovers. At the free throw line, they are 2 for 6 all here in the ball game, and they've also put Waverly at the line a ton. We'll check on those free throw numbers in a moment. Halftime score, Scottsbluff leads 24-22 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Congratulations to the Scottsbluff High School wrestlers.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver and a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today. Plus, all United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flight. Finally, while visiting Western Nebraska Regional Airport, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
Changing leaf colors means yard work. Your friends at Tri-City Stormwater wants to remind you of the proper way to dispose of fallen leaves. Leaves make great mulch for trees and bushes and compost for future gardens. The city also has yard waste bins, so they can dispose of all your leaves at the city compost facility. Always keep your leaves out of the gutters. Not only do they cause clogging and flooding, they can pollute our waterways by causing nutrient overload. So keep your yard looking good and your drinking water safe, because it's our water, our responsibility.
2-point lead, 24-22 as we get set here in just a moment for the start of the second half. Alliance will play at 4 o'clock this afternoon in another Class B district final. They'll be at home against Lexington in what should be a real barn burner. And literally that place is going to be jumping at Alliance come 4 o'clock this afternoon, with the Bulldogs trying to qualify for Class B state tournament for a 3rd time in the last 4 years. The Wizard was at it again earlier. Jack Dotzler in a home district final for Roncalli, just draining a runner from half court at the buzzer. So a lot of kids are up to snuff today. That's the way it should be on district final day. We'll get to the second half in just a moment. Cats lead Waverly by 2 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Winter is upon us, and while safety is an important consideration all year long, there are some auto maintenance and safety checks that are specific to winter driving. To be sure you don't end up a road popsicle, take your vehicle to High Tech Auto and let Terry's team help you get an upper hand on Old Man Winter.
At ALLO, one of the core values I see every day is local. We truly believe in being local, sponsoring local events, giving back to the communities that we're a part of.
ALLO's making a difference in the communities that they're in by providing a service that's a lifeline for everybody in their everyday lives. Whether it be personal, school, professional, we provide the best service possible and most reliable service possible.
Winter is upon us, and while safety is an important consideration all year long, there are some auto maintenance and safety checks that are specific to winter driving. To be sure you don't end up a road popsicle, take your vehicle to High Tech Auto and let Terry's team help you get an upper hand on Old Man Winter.
Into the first quarter in Lexington, Wayne with a 9-7 lead on Mitchell, a low-scoring game in that C1 district final. We've got KRVN Radio's Austin Jacobson with the broadcast right now for you on 94.1 The Brand. Waverly ball as we start the second half. 16 minutes to Lincoln for one of these teams here this afternoon. Darnell defends against Stoddard. Heffelfinger loses it out of bounds, and a turnover early in the half for Waverly. Just their 3rd turnover in the game. Scottsbluff going to have to clean it up in that stat column here in the second half. 9 first half turnovers. Diolis across the timeline. Again, the 2-3 zone extends out near the 10-foot volleyball stripe. They're forcing Scottsbluff into starting their offense a lot further away. And there it is, turnover number 10, struggling from the middle against the zone. Noah Stoddard, open look out of the corner. Cole Murray missed everything trying to put Waverly in front. And we're going to get a reach-in foul called against the Vikings. This will go on Hogan Wingrove. That'll be Wingrove's first. First team foul here in the half on Waverly. Cats lead 24-22. In the corner, Dawson Moore goes baseline, gives it to Clarkson. 2 off the square for the big guy. The big fella's got his first 2. Sam averages 9. Stoddard behind the back. Little crossover. Got deep, left it for Wingrove. Halfway down, came out on Wingrove. Offensive rebound, and Hogan Wingrove scores the first points of the third quarter for Waverly, 26-24. Waverly moves well in that zone, matching up with shooters. Dawson Moore has not scored since the first quarter. Pull-up jumper, wide open look for Diolis. He's now got 15, and he has scored every point they've scored from the second quarter on. Stoddard. Up top, Miller, now Wingrove. They give him the outside shot. Into the paint, Stoddard. Pass to the corner, Dawson Moore flies into the passing lane and swats that pass out of bounds. It'll stay with Waverly. Big time atmosphere here at Scottsbluff High School this afternoon. 28-24 the lead. Minute 40 gone by here in quarter number 3. Heffelfinger out top, Wingrove. Dawson Moore steps into the passing lane, gets the steal, attacks the rim, scores it in transition. Dawson Moore into double figures with 11. Cats lead it by 6, 30-24. Heffelfinger, one dribble inside the arc to Miller. Now with it is Murray. Heffelfinger and Murray, both sophomores, going to be good ones for Waverly. Outside Heffelfinger. Little screen action, goes to the square, can't get it to go, tipped up by Parker, he grabs the rebound. Diolis, a turnover and a basket the other way as Heffelfinger now has 12, leads at 4. Darnell dribbles inside the arc, lobs a pass to Dawson Moore, triple wouldn't go, rebounded by Murray. Murray up to Stoddard. Stoddard along the baseline, lefty pass into the corner, and then stepping along the far sideline was Andrew Heffelfinger. Second turnover in the quarter, and that equals their number in the first half. Lead is 4 for the Cats, 30-26. Diolis patiently walks it up the floor, brings it into the front court, middle. Couldn't split 2 defenders, stays on the dribble. Now to Darnell. Jack. Bounce pass, kick by Murray. Comes over near the scorer's table. Diolis plays it in. Darnell gives it to Moore. That 2-3 zone continues to drift well onto the perimeter. Moore, we're going to get a bump and a foul called on Andrew Heffelfinger. That'll be his third. 4:39 to play here in the third. Scottsbluff basketball. They inbound it to Diolis. 4:36 to play in the third. Josiah loses the ball. It's picked up by Stoddard. Stoddard gets it to Heffelfinger. 3 more turnovers early in the quarter for Scottsbluff. Handling is Stoddard. Heffelfinger on the right wing. Wingrove out high. Murray finds a cutting. Miller, backside. Burden of foul is going to go against Scottsbluff. 2 shots coming at the line. Believe it'll be Drew Miller shooting. Nope, Heffelfinger will step to the foul line. Second foul on Diolis. 4:14 to play in the third. Heffelfinger, 4 for 4 at the line. He has 12 points. Give him 13. Just when it looks like Scottsbluff might be able to make a push and extend the lead, the turnover set in. And Waverly able to get right back into it. Down Now by 2 after 2 more makes at the stripe from Andrew Heffelfinger. They are 12 of 15 shooting at the free throw line in this one. Their free throw makes, timely buckets, a few of them, and Scottsbluff turnovers have Waverly right in it, 6 hours away from home. Halfway through the third, Scottsbluff with the ball and a 2-point lead. Diolis operates near the 10-foot stripe. Darnell will give it to Dawson Moore. Moore in the corner left. He's got Stoddard on him. Right back to Darnell. They get it middle. Outside, Clarkson gave it to Diolis. 3:40 to play. Waverly is very well coached. You get that sense. I'm 10 feet away from their head man, Ryan Reeder. He is all over the place coaching these guys. Foul on Hogan Wingrove. That'll be his second. This is a defensive-minded team, and they take pride on that end of the floor. It looks like it's really just a culture with what Coach Reeder and Waverly wants to do. Jump hook in the paint for 2 for Chance Parker. First points for Parker. Cats lead 32-28 with 3:25 to play here in the first half. Heffelfinger to Wingrove. Now Benish on the right wing. Chasing him is Dawson Moore. Stoddard. This guy is one tough cookie. Stoddard, well built in the upper body, goes right to the rack off the left side wing. Noah Stoddard has 9. A tough customer, Noah Stoddard. And they hang in that 2-3. Stoddard out high, as is Heffelfinger. Diolis, tough shot, got fouled, and Diolis will get 2 at the line. That'll be the third personal on Noah Stoddard.
Foul number 14, Noah Stoddard, his third personal foul.
Hughes will check in. Tiston Hughes, a 6'2 junior. Harsh will come back in for the Bearcats. 2:49 to play. Diolis knocks down the first. Well, one thing Scottsbluff's been able to do here in this third quarter is spread the scoring out. Diolis had all 9 in the second, the first 2 here in the third, but then baskets from Moore, Parker, and Clarkson have really helped the cause for the Cats. Diolis hits both. He's 4 for 4 at the foul line today. Everybody else 0 for 3 is all. 2:49 to play, third quarter here at Scottsbluff High School. Chris Cottrell, glad you're watching on KNEB.TV and listening on 106.9 The Trail. Benish to Hughes. Skrabecki now with it down low. Heffelfinger having himself a day. Heffelfinger has 16. Scottsbluff leads 34-32. Diolis picks up his dribble. Dawson Moore, it's tipped, another turnover, and here comes Stoddard. Stoddard got fouled by Diolis. Third personal foul on Josiah Diolis. Noah Stoddard will go to the free throw line for Waverly.
The free throw line for Waverly, number 14, Noah Stoddard, shooting 2.
2 at the line for Stoddard. Averages 15, he's got 9, trying to hit double figures. Buries the first. Waverly has turned Scottsbluff over 13 times, and at the line, they are 13 of 16. And Stoddard makes it 14 of 17. We're tied at 34 with 2:15 to go here in the third quarter. Diolis off a high screen from Darnell. Josiah looks underneath to Harsh. Sebastian misses it off the square. O'Board, the stick back for 2 for Chance.
Winter storms can be very dangerous this time of year. If heavy snow and ice bring down power lines, stay clear of them and warn others to do the same. A downed power line doesn't have to be arcing, sparking, or smoking to be live and deadly. Also call the authorities and your local utility provider immediately. If you do lose power, stay inside, dress warmly, and keep a close eye out for infants and the elderly. So make sure to take extra precautions this winter season. Brought to you by Roosevelt Public Power District, your touchstone energy provider, the power of human connections.
Sometimes events in life are planned, Others, a happy surprise. No matter what life change you're navigating, whether you're getting married or just want a bigger yard for your pup, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today. Retirement. A new season in life where you can change how you live it. And something easier, convenient, that feels just right. When it's time, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today.
Scottsbluff Boys postseason basketball presented by Ideal Linen and Uniform. We've got a pressure cooker building here at Scottsbluff. The heat is on both these squads. Waverly on the road within 2 here at Scottsbluff. It's 36-34. Noah Stoddard handles for Waverly. We were tied moments ago. On the drive, Stoddard, and a foul's going to go against Scottsbluff. Is it Darnell or Parker? Both were in the neighborhood. I think the look on Chance Parker's face says it's on him. Second foul on Parker. Third team foul on Scottsbluff. Waverly's committed 5 here in the half, so Scottsbluff tracking towards the bonus here relatively soon if they continue to stay aggressive on the offensive end. Heffelfinger out of the corner for the lead, and Waverly goes in front. 37-36. Andrew Heffelfinger has 9 points in the quarter, 19 in the ball game. Under 90 seconds to play in the third. It's 37-36. Harsh, tough shot. Thought he was fouled, saved in bounds, but it goes out of bounds. Not the shot Scottsbluff needs from Sebastian at that point. He didn't get a lot of lift on the jumper. Remember, he's got a torn left ACL on the floor here in crunch time. Trying to give his team whatever he's got in the tank here over the next couple of weeks. Hopefully, next couple of weeks. Waverly on the road leads by 1. Miller out near midcourt, holds it. 55 seconds to play. Waverly would be fine with the final shot of the quarter. They're on the road up by 1. They've demonstrated the ability to stay patient in these situations throughout the game. Silly foul away from the bucket called against Chance Parker. That'll be the third personal on Parker. 14 foul on Scottsbluff. Out of bounds opportunity, so Waverly will run some motion on the perimeter. They'll run 2 defenders at Stoddard, and we get a whistle and a foul. It's going to be number 4 on Chance Parker. Got him from behind. Chance picks up his 4th, and Clarkson will get up off the bench now with 36 seconds to play in the quarter. Just like that, 5 team fouls on Scottsbluff. Miller will inbound it for Waverly. Landon Jaden will check in. Heffelfinger to the bench. What a game so far for Andrew Heffelfinger. I've got him down for 19 points, 9 in the quarter. Jaden has it. Diolis will defend. Landon Jaden. They'll want to get it to Stoddard here ASAP. Murray to Jaden. Stoddard's near the left corner. Diolis gambles on the steal, reaching in. 20 seconds to play in the third. 1 point lead for Waverly. Harsh defends on the perimeter. Miller, hand off to Murray. 10 seconds to go. Stolen by Dawson Moore. Moore to the rim. He's fouled. A chance to give the Cats the lead here at the end of the third. Big play by Dawson Moore, the junior. Second personal on Cole Murray. 37-36. Quentin Scott will check in for Scottsbluff. 7.4 to play here in the third. At the stripe, Moore buries it. We're tied at 37. Diolis will get a little bit of a breather here in the final few seconds of the quarter with a Moore free throw and then a defensive possession coming. Dawson gives Scottsbluff the lead. 38-37. Stoddard has it across the timeline. Hesitates, gets middle, pull-up shot in traffic off the square. It wouldn't go. Settle in. The final 8 minutes sure to be fantastic here at Scottsbluff High. Cats get the late steal and 2 free throws from Moore. They lead it heading to the fourth, 38-37 on the West Coast scoreboard.
On April 15, 1924, West Nebraska Methodist Episcopal Hospital, the region's first modern hospital, opened in downtown Scottsbluff. The goal was to provide the care residents needed close to home, and it's never changed. For 95 years, we've continued to provide exceptional health care for generations of families throughout our region as a community hospital, a regional referral center, and a Level 2 trauma center. Thank you for trusting your health care to Regional West Medical Center.
Are you ready to join the celebration? Then what are you waiting for? Switch to Viero today and find out exactly why we're better. More towers than the competition, convenient stores in your neighborhood, friendly, helpful customer service, and top phones at excellent values, such as the iPhone XR for free. That's right, get a free iPhone XR when you purchase any other iPhone of equal or greater value. Viero Wireless, your better choice for wireless service.
Oh boy, we got us one coming up here for the final 8 minutes. 38-37. Scottsbluff with a 1-point lead is all right now on the Waverly Vikings. 14 seed Waverly with the long trip out. 3 seed Scottsbluff trying to clinch a spot in the Class B state tournament with a big finish here. Waverly stays in that 2-3. Back to the perimeter, Dawson Moore. It is a 4-point lead on the triple for Dawson Moore. 41-37. Early here in the fourth. Noah Stoddard, backdoor pass, bounce pass on the backdoor cut to Heffelfinger. And that's turnover number 5 committed by Waverly. Scottsbluff got the big shot from Moore right out of the third quarter into third quarter huddle. The design, Dawson Moore just wants it. He wants it over on the left side. He doesn't care how far behind the arc he is. They get it, and another turnover. Wingrove has it. Here comes Stoddard. Stoddard finds a pass into the corner. Now up top, Miller back to Stoddard. He'll shoot a high arcing triple and rain one in. A turnover leads to a 3 for Stoddard, who has 14. 1-point lead, 41-40. Time for the Maylocks right now, folks. Minute gone by. Fourth quarter. Scottsbluff's turned it over 14 times to Waverly's 5. Loose, almost coughed it up again. Harsh gets it back to Darnell. Jack, one bounce inside the arc. Outside, Deolis bounces off the iron. Wingrove boxed out Harsh, and Wingrove grabbed the miss. Noah Stoddard has it into the front court for Waverly. Stoddard between the legs. Miller. Now Heffelfinger, who's been great, and a timeout taken by Waverly, will step away. 6:29 to play in the ball game. Bearcats lead Waverly 41-40 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Think a utility vehicle should do more than take you places? So does Kubota. That's why our all-new Sidekick is built to do it all. Climb more. Tow more. Go more. Cross over to more today. Take your Kubota Sidekick home with no money down and 0% financing for 36 months.
Your local Kubota dealer is Sandberg Implement in Gering.
Local lending. We're here for you from start to finish. Keeping money in our economy. Supporting local jobs. Giving back to our community, investing in entrepreneurship, making our quiet towns a destination. At Platte Valley Bank, we support local because we are local.
KNEB.TV, 106.9 The Trail. Chris Cottrell with you from our Logos broadcast location near courtside here at Scottsbluff. Cats are going to a 2-3 zone right now. Scottsbluff going to switch it up defensively. Heffelfinger Now Wingrove along the baseline, and the change of the D results in a quick turnover from Waverly. Wingrove really they don't want him with the basketball even 10, 12 feet away from the rim down along the baseline like that. He got swallowed up. 41-40. Cats up one. Diolis tried to turn the corner and get it inside to the paint. Couldn't do it. Outside, he's got an open look. Head fake. He goes baseline. Shot blocked by Wingrove. Heffelfinger. Outlet pass. Murray. Lefty finish for two and a lead for Waverly. Cole Murray's got four. Waverly's got the 42-41 lead. 5:40 to play. Waverly fans making the noise right now. Dawson Moore. Harsh tries to step through. Pass. And too hard, in and out of the hands of Clarkson. Turnover number 15 for Scottsbluff. It's been the big bugaboo today, coughing up the basketball. Noah Stoddard, the outstanding senior guard for Waverly. Miller. Heffelfinger's been tremendous. Murray gets it. Wingrove. Poked away. It goes into the backcourt. They say touched. Defender here the official here on the near side called a deflection. It's going to go to Scottsbluff, over and back. Turnover number 7 committed by Waverly. Chance Parker checks back in with 4 personal fouls. Ryan Reeder not getting the explanation he wants right now. Doesn't matter, it's Scottsbluff basketball. His kids are going to have to buckle down here on the defensive end. 3 minutes into the fourth, 5 to play. Cats down by 1, they've got the ball. Diolis, they extend that 2-3. They bounce it back to Josiah. He'll move it to Dawson Moore on the left wing. Pass, high post, Parker, long 2-point jumper goes. No, they're going to give him the 3. Oh, they signaled 3. Chance had half a foot on the line. Timeout. That was a clear 2-point shot from Chance Parker. If they give him 3, it's an absolute miss. He had half a foot on the 3-point line. 2-point shot for Parker. Scottsbluff leads at 43-42. Who can make the winning plays down the stretch? Stoddard and Heffelfinger for Waverly. They've been huge. Heffelfinger, dribble handoff action. Stoddard on the catch. High arcing 3 ball off the back of the iron. Tracking down the rebound in the far corner, Diolis. Josiah will bring it up the floor for the Cats. Into the front court with 4:20 to go. Josiah to Dawson Moore. Moore hit a big 3 earlier to send him from up 1 to up 4. Jack Darnell, air ball triple. Comes up limping a little bit, but he appears to be fine. Stoddard in traffic. Miller to Wingrove. Now Heffelfinger. Back to Drew Miller. Stoddard, their money man. Jack Darnell reaches in. We're going to get a whistle and a foul called on Stoddard. Good call. Darnell, a clean pick of Stoddard, and then a push as Jack tried to corral the basketball. Stoddard's 4th. They could ill afford to lose Noah Stoddard. That would be close to a finisher, I think, for Waverly if they have to play any sort of significant time without Stoddard on the floor. Josiah Diolis comes to the bench here quickly with 3:58 to play. Harsh back in. We'll watch ball handling now for Scottsbluff with Diolis on the bench. Darnell at the stripe. Missed the front end of a 1-and-1. Stoddard with the rebound after it was batted out to the open floor. Miller lobs it to Stoddard. Stoddard, Heffelfinger, wide open look on an elevator screen. And Andrew Heffelfinger bangs in a triple. 2-point lead for Waverly. Harsh. Parker on the wing right. Lob it up top. Almost threw it away. Dawson Moore. Diolis going to have to get back into the game immediately for Scottsbluff. Reverse layup. It goes, and we're tied for Sam Clarkson. 45-45. Stoddard. Diolis will come back in at the next dead ball. Looks to be limping just a little bit. We'll monitor his movement when he comes back in. Miller catches down low. Looks backside. Stoddard Stoddard operates along the baseline. Pass at the bottom of the backboard. It goes out of bounds. A turnover by Waverly. Tied at 45, 3:04 to go. A barn burner finish here at Scottsbluff High School this afternoon. Trip to the state tournament on the line. Everybody on their feet. Or a good portion of the building is. Darnell. Pass deflected, and turnover number 16. Heffelfinger got the layup in a possible three-point play. Andrew Heffelfinger, a career game here today, I'd have to think. He averages 12 and a half. He has 24, and the foul goes on Jack Darnell. At the line, Heffelfinger. The lead is 3 for Waverly, 48-45. Dawson Moore gives it to Diolis. Josiah Diolis. Near the right corner, 2 defenders near him. And a dangerous play almost resulted in another turnover. Diolis shoots the triple to tie it. Coach Gullion called a timeout. He wants a full. We'll break with him. Well, we'll keep it right here. 2:29 to play in regulation. Full timeout. We're going to stay right here. Give you a little game reset. Waverly leads it 48-45 with under 2.5 minutes to play in the game. 18 fouls on the Cats, 7 on Waverly. Both teams in the bonus. 48-45. 6. There we go, 16 fouls on Scottsbluff and 7 on Waverly. I've got just a moment to tell you about Wells Fargo Advisors and our guy over there, Ryan Windhorst. For more than 125 years, Wells Fargo Advisors has created wealth management investment strategies aimed at achieving their clients' personal financial goals. Call Ryan Windhorst at 632-7561. Together, you'll go far. Also, Monument Physical Therapy. They keep you in the game with their Bumps and Bruises program. 1 free consultation and 1 free follow-up for all area athletes. Monument Physical Therapy in Gearing and Morrill. 2:29 to play here down the stretch in the fourth quarter. Scottsbluff, a one-possession game. They trail 48-45. Clarkson in the corner. To Diolis. Dawson Moore comes off his screen. Nothing doing from downtown for Dawson Moore. Pull-up 3 for Diolis wouldn't go. Rebound comes off, and they sort of box out Clarkson from diving for that basketball. It'll be Waverly ball with 2:12 to play after the missed 3, and the ball goes out of bounds. The missed shot from Diolis. 2:12 to go in regulation. Some full court pressure. Stoddard will motion Heffelfinger up to grab the basketball. Heffelfinger works against Diolis. Heffelfinger stays patient. He'll bring it up. He'll attack the rim. Contact, no whistle, missed shot. Head coach Ryan Reeder did not want that shot. Did not like the shot selection or the quickness that came on that shot. And they almost turned it over. Scottsbluff does. Looking for the tie. Off the mark. Rebounded by Heffelfinger. It wouldn't go. Heffelfinger and a timeout taken by Ryan Reeder. 1:45 to play. It'll be a 30-second timeout. 1:45 left here, late in the fourth quarter. Andrew Heffelfinger has been a difference maker along with Noah Stoddard. That duo's been phenomenal. Heffelfinger has 24. Stoddard has 14. He's ran the show, though, very well for Waverly, but it's been Heffelfinger doing the scoring. He had 10 at halftime. He has 24. Check that, 25 in the ball game, 15 out of the locker room at the break. Scottsbluff has tightened up on a couple of these last possessions shooting the basketball. Waverly trying to stun the Cats here this afternoon in their own building and head back east, needing to continue their season. Stoddard, double dribble. He did. He double dribbled along the baseline. He circled back and touched it. with that second hand. Just turnover number 9, although 5 of those here in the quarter. Cats still a one-possession game. They trail. They lob it into Harsh. Harsh goes up and gives it to Darnell. Dawson Moore thought about the deep ball. Down low, Parker. Parker off the square. Scottsbluff within 1. Chance Parker has 8 points in the game. Noah Stoddard, the key turnover moments ago. He'll bring it across the timeline. Stoddard out to Miller. Now Heffelfinger. 1:20 to go. Heffelfinger. Waverly looks to be right here in their element, trying to burn the clock with a 1-point lead. It's stolen on the perimeter. Jack Darnell attacks the rim. Scottsbluff goes in front. Timeout taken. Coach Reeder beside himself about the no call. 30-second timeout taken by the Cats. Darnell the steal, the bucket. The Cats the lead, 49 to 48. It'll be a 30-second stoppage in play. Whew. This one has been something here this afternoon. Both teams giving 110% effort. Waverly has been up to the challenge at every turn of this ball game so far today. A 4-0 run here in the closing moments, though, has given Scottsbluff a 1-point lead. I just lip read both coaches walking back to the bench, 2 assistants. One said that was a bad call. The other just said the word awful to himself. Coach Reeder still having it out with the near side official. 1:04 to play in the game. They get it to Stoddard on the inbounds play. Stoddard with Darnell defending. Stoddard across into the front court. Stoddard uses a screen. Stoddard backs the dribble up. He's got Parker on him. In traffic, outside. Cole Murray, they bounce it down low to Heffelfinger. In traffic, he got it to go. Heffelfinger has been phenomenal. 50 to 49. 42 seconds left. Diolis in traffic. It wouldn't go. Batted off the board. Whistle, jump ball. It'll go to Waverly. 37 seconds. Remember, Waverly's been outstanding at the free throw line today. 5 for 5 in the half, 15 of 18 in the ball game. They've also done, if you take out a couple of these turnovers here late, which of course they count and you can't take them out, but this Waverly team strikes me as a squad that is solid with the ball in someone's hand like Stoddard or Heffelfinger down the stretch, forcing the opponent to make the decision to foul and put him at the foul line. Oh my, 50 to 49 here late in this one. Waverly has shown up and then some today as they look to stun Scottsbluff. And now the staff for Waverly, they are all over this officiating crew here in the fourth quarter. I've had a couple of text messages from people in the gym saying the over and back call was brutal. The Waverly coaching staff says they should have an extra timeout. One of those 30-second timeouts was taken by Coach Golian earlier. We're trying to figure out this timeout scenario. Waverly coaches are just all over the place down on their bench, just doing the best they can for their kids. Kudos to them. 50 to 49, 37 seconds to play. Miller looks to inbound the ball to Stoddard. They get it into Noah Stoddard. He'll run it up the near sideline. They'll throw it over to Wingrove. Wingrove, they'll pull the ball out. Heffelfinger has it. Heffelfinger, a reach-in foul is going to go against Scottsbluff. If it's Chance Parker, it's number 5, and that takes a big-time rebounder off the floor for the Cats. It's number 5 on Parker. Chance fouls out with 8 points in the ball game. A 1-and-1 opportunity now for Andrew Heffelfinger. He's 3 for 3 at the line here in the second half. This is a huge trip to the line for the sophomore Heffelfinger. Clarkson replaces Park. 27 seconds to go in the game. Heffelfinger, the sophomore. Too strong. Rebounded by Dawson Moore. Scottsbluff, will they take the final shot or will they look for a quick push? Ball's loose. Harsh grabs it and puts it up and in. Up the floor, Heffelfinger. Ball's loose on the floor. Harsh goes after it. Loose, who touched it last. Scottsbluff basketball. Harsh making the effort, plays late. 8.4 to play. Harsh will inbound. They get it into Moore. They got it to the right guy. Dawson Moore, a tremendous free throw shooter. Harsh got knocked to the floor. Darnell ran into Harsh, and Harsh is up limping. Oh my goodness. He's got a torn ACL, and now he's crippled, running into a teammate. There is too much going on right this second. Harsh is in pain. Harsh's knee is bad. He's hurt. Oh boy, this is terrible for Sebastian. Please be okay. Please be okay for Sebastian. Meanwhile, Dawson Moore at the line with please knock in some foul shots for the Cats. Hits the first. The amount of things going on right now is insane. Harsh is hurt. James Buck, the trainer, looking at Sebastian. Sebastian just gave Jack a thumbs up that he's okay. Even if he's not, he's going to tell everyone he's okay. Dawson Moore to make it a three-point game. Missed it. Rebounded by Miller. Stoddard's got the basketball. Stoddard into the paint. Shot blocked by James Bruner, but we get a whistle and a foul called on Bruner. Stoddard will go to the line to shoot two. 2-point lead after Dawson Moore made one and missed the second. Stoddard at the stripe. He calmly hit too early. Got the first. And Clarkson will check in.
In for Scottsbluff, number 50, Sam Clarkson.
My word, do we have blood on the shooter? Stoddard's got blood somewhere. They're going to have to get him taken care of. His rhythm now destroyed at the foul line. Hearts are pounding in the gym this afternoon. Stoddard looking to tie the game with 1.2 on the clock in regulation. Noah Stoddard got it. Ice in his veins, blood on the leg, tied on the scoreboard. 1.2 to go. Unbelievable game here. We'll take a timeout to catch our breath. Tied at 52 on the West Coast scoreboard. Logos in Gearing is the place to get all of your school spirit gear, personalized gifts, and promotional items for your business and employees, and banners for any special event. Logos is also the only place to stop for custom screen printing or embroidery. You can even design it yourself on their interactive website. Stop into Logos today. They'll design it, print it, and have it to you in no time. There's no job too big or small for Logos. That's Logos in Gearing.
This year, W2 means we double. Reganis Auto Center will double your down payment on any pre-owned vehicle on their lot. Turn $500 into $1,000. Turn $1,500 into $3,000. Use that money to get out of your lease or a vehicle you owe too much on, or to lower your monthly payment. For a limited time only, double your down payment only at Reganis Auto Center on East Overland and East 27th Street in Scottsbluff. Your volume discount dealer.
Ollis at the buzzer, didn't get away in time. We will play an extra session. We will play overtime here at Scottsbluff High School for the right to go to the Class B state tournament in Lincoln. We'll keep it right here. I'll add up some scoring totals for you. Cole Murray has 6. Noah Stoddard, check that, Cole Murray has 4. It was Stoddard that hit those late foul shots. He has 16. 27 for Heffelfinger, who's been sensational. 4 for Wingrove and 1 off the bench for Skrebecki. 15-point quarter, 30-point half for Waverly. Diolas has 17, none in the fourth. 17 as well for Dawson Moore. 8 points for Chance Parker, who's fouled out. 4 points for Darnell, 4 for Clarkson. Harsh has 3, and I would imagine Harsh's day is done. He is sitting on the bench just trying to flex that left leg. He's near superhuman, his body appears to be. 4 on the clock, overtime session, here we come. Deola's going to jump against Wingrove. Parker's fouled out, Harsh is on the bench. Ball's in the air, Wingrove controls to Murray. Now Stoddard into the front court for Waverly. Heffelfinger's been their money man today. Stoddard's been their money man all season, so basically they've got 2 to go to here in this overtime session. Miller walked with it. Moved the pivot foot. And Drew Miller, an easy call out in the open floor for the near side official. Scottsbluff with a shot now to take the lead here in OT. We're tied at 52. 3:35 to play. Chance Parker's day's done. He's fouled out. Harsh on the bench. Deolis into traffic. High off the square. Josiah Deolis. He has 19. Scottsbluff will back into the half court defensively. Noah Stoddard across the timeline. Stoddard, now Heffelfinger. Unbelievable. Andrew Heffelfinger's got 30. Waverly leads 55-54 here in the OT session. Deolis to Quentin Scott. Deflected pass back to Deolis. The 2-3 defenders on the point, both going to shade towards the middle. Can Dawson Moore get loose on one side or the other? Along the baseline, a blocking foul called against Drew Miller. Second personal on Miller. 2:51 to play in overtime. Deolis at the line, down by 1. The Cats trail 55-54. He's 4 for 4 on the day. Make it 5 for 5. We are tied. Cats looking for the lead. Deolis got them both. He's got all 4 points here in OT. Waverly basketball with Noah Stoddard. Vikings down 1. They've got it. Heffelfinger's been amazing. He's got 30. Stoddard. Now Heffelfinger again. Heffelfinger. Unbelievable. Andrew Heffelfinger's got 33 points. 2 trays here in OT. Cats down by a deuce. Deolis in traffic, attacks the rim. Shot wouldn't go. Stoddard the rebound for Waverly. And a foul's going to go against Scottsbluff. And now Deolis just wanted the basketball, and he kind of bulldozes his way into Stoddard. Josiah, they'll get him calmed down. And Stoddard. Let's not forget, Noah Stoddard stepped to the line at the end of regulation with 1.2 on the clock and drilled 2 free throws, down by 2 to tie the game. After that, this is nothing for Stoddard. Stoddard, the 2 big foul shots to force OT. And now at the line, trying to give Waverly a 3-point lead. He connects on the first. .222 to go. Stoddard at the stripe. Missed it. Cats trail by 3. Stoddard misses the second. Deolis. Dawson Moore trying to get loose on the wing. He's got it right side. Back to Josiah. Bobbled for a moment. 2:10 to play. Deolis. Right side on the bounce. Trying to set the defender up. Attacks the rim. High off the square for a deuce. Josiah's got all 6 in OT. Under 2 to go, 1:55 on the clock in overtime. Waverly leads Scottsbluff 59-58. Winner heads to Lincoln 2 Thursdays from now for the state tournament. Waverly will stay patient here. Wingrove, oh boy, they gave it to Wingrove. I can't believe they entered the ball to the post in that situation. That's just a young basketball team under pressure. Giving it to the wrong guy. Wingrove is their fourth option that they even want touching the ball, much less shooting, and they turn it over. Scottsbluff can go back in front. Diolis, right side, low to the floor dribble, back and forth. Outside Moore. Moore being pressured by multiple defenders, and a timeout. They're going to give Scottsbluff a timeout somehow. Coach Golian got the timeout before Dawson lost the basketball. 1:24 to play, timeout on the floor. 59-58, Cats down by 1 on the West Coast scoreboard.
This is Karen's land. It's been here a long time, and so is she, along with Mojo. The first fence post went up here. Now there's 5,000 of them. After the storm, she started the cleanup here. This is more than just land. It's home. Karen runs with us on a John Deere 3E Series tractor, because who says a day's work has to take all day? Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 3E Series for more.
Visit 21st Century Equipment in Alliance, Torrington, Scottsbluff, and Bridgeport, or visit 21stcenturyequipment.com.
Leap year only comes once every 4 years, so to celebrate, Renewal by Anderson of Wyoming is offering a deal so great it won't be back for another 4 years. Replace your windows or doors during the leap year sale and save 20% plus an additional 9% through February 29th if you order on initial consultation. And remember, there's no down payment, no monthly payments, and no interest for 12 months. Only from Renewal by Anderson of Wyoming. Call 307-215-7493 and leap into this great deal.
For a 2-point lead, rimmed out on Dawson Moore. Wingrove the rebound, a reach-in foul on Jack Darnell. That'll be the fourth on Darnell.
Foul number 22, Jack Darnell, his fourth personal foul, 10th team foul.
So Wingrove will shoot 2. At the line, Wingrove is 2 for 3 today. Hogan Wingrove, a 6'4" sophomore. They start 3 sophomores. Wingrove, deep breath, shot, too strong off the heel of the iron. Basically hit iron and backboard at the same time. Cat's going to need to do a good job here boxing out. Luckily, it's Wingrove at the line and not down trying to rebound. Wingrove to make it a 2-point lead for Waverly. Missed it. Missed them both. Cats with the basketball. Diolis. Pull-up shot for 3. Diolis gives Scottsbluff a 2-point lead. Josiah's got every point in OT. Stoddard operating, picks up his dribble. Stoddard had it knocked away in a timeout taken by Ryan Reeder. We'll stay right here in overtime. Diolis has all 9 points for the Bearcats. 61-59, the Cats with the lead after the big-time tray from Josiah Diolis. What a ball game between Scottsbluff and Waverly here this afternoon. Scottsbluff High football coach Judd Hall out on the road listening on the drive home from a football clinic in Iowa. Checking in, Coach. A lot of your kids are playing their hearts out here this afternoon. And this Waverly team, while we got football on the mind for a moment, they were one heck of a club, and they're showing a lot of grit and determination on the road, 6+ hours away from home. And Coach Ryan Reeder is coaching one heck of a ball game here today for Waverly. This has been phenomenal action, both ends of the floor for both these clubs. 61-59. It'll be Waverly down by 2 with the rock. Stoddard looks like he will inbound here along the near sideline. Scottsbluff starts 4 seniors and a junior. Very veteran bunch. For Waverly, they start 3 sophomores, a senior and a junior. Definitely the younger team. Stoddard will play off the ball for a moment. Heffelfinger down low. They're going to run him off a screen. Stoddard stays patient. Put 2 fingers on his head. He uses a high ball screen. Stoddard in traffic, got fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2 more. 41 seconds to go down the stretch here in the overtime session. Third foul on the big guy, Clarkson. The other big guy down low, Parker, fouled out in the 4th with 8 points. Stoddard to shoot 2. Buried it. Stoddard is 2 for 3 now at the line in overtime. The 2 huge ones at the end of regulation to force the extra session. Noah Stoddard trying to tie the game. 61-61 on the make. Pair of makes at the line from Stoddard. Will Scottsbluff look for the final shot here in overtime? The final shot guarantees you nothing worse than a second overtime. That appears to be the play with 28 on the clock. Moore and Diolas up top. We remember all the heroics this year at the buzzer, overtime, regulation, you name it for Diolas. Josiah gives it off to Moore. Does Waverly have enough to defend everybody? Dawson Moore lost it on the drive. He got fouled, and he'll shoot 2 at the line with 11.3 on the clock. A foul on Hogan Wingrove. Scottsbluff has 1 timeout left. Coach Golian, Coach McBride get the clarification. Dawson Moore trying to make it a 1 or 2 point lead here at the stripe. An 80% foul shooter got the friendly home roll. First point in overtime from anyone other than Josiah Diolas. And it looks like Coach is going to take the timeout after the make from Moore. He got both, and we get the timeout. It'll be a 30 for Scott Golian. It's a 2-point lead for Scottsbluff. 63-61 to play here in this one. This one's been something, folks. Packed house has enjoyed the action. I know you've enjoyed it on KNEB.TV and 106.9 The Trail if you're listening there. Maybe streaming online as well at KHYYFM.com. 63-61. Everybody texting here during the break. Great game. What a game. You name it. 2-point lead for the Cats. Waverly. They have not gone away all day long. Heffelfinger, now some full court pressure for the Cats to make it tough. Stoddard gets loose. He's got it. Noah Stoddard. 8 on the clock and into the front court. Stoddard hesitates. 4 seconds to go. Stoddard for the win at the buzzer. It didn't go. Scottsbluff's going to the state tournament. The celebration's on. The Bearcats win it. 63-61. It's over at Scottsbluff High School. There was the thrill of victory for the guys in white. The agony of defeat for Noah Stoddard. Emotional after the missed shot. You immediately feel for the kids from Waverly. You really do. They played their absolute guts out. Waverly was just outstanding. Scottsbluff just a little bit better this afternoon. And that little bit better means they're going to the state tournament. Fans across the way, moms and dads hugging. Everybody can exhale. A tremendous matchup, and Scottsbluff wins it in overtime. 63-61 the final on the West Coast scoreboard.
This is Karen's land. It's been here a long time, and so is she, along with Mojo. The first fence post went up here. Now there's 5,000 of them. After the storm, she started the cleanup here. This is more than just land, it's home. Karen runs with us on a John Deere 3E Series tractor, because who says a day's work has to take all day? Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 3E Series for more.
Visit 21st Century Equipment in Alliance, Torrington, Scottsbluff, and Bridgeport, or visit 21stcenturyequipment.com.
What a ball game here tonight. Scottsbluff wins it 63-61 at home over the Waverly Vikings. 63-61. We'll step away again, come back with some final numbers. Let's get to our Runs of Postgame show next, right after this on the Rural Radio Network. Hey, just jump ahead to the postgame open if you would.
Congratulations to the Scottsbluff High School Bearcats. Best of luck at state.
My word, what a game this afternoon here at Scottsbluff High School. The Bearcats in thrilling fashion in overtime win it by the count of 63-61. Former Scottsbluff head coach Tony Siskey checks in via the text message to say great game. This one, as it started to build, started to capture the imagination of everyone involved. And we're just going to go ahead right now and have the post-game conversation with head coach Scott Golian after an absolute thriller here at Scottsbluff High School today. Coach, take a big deep breath real quick, Coach. I know you need it. Take one. Before we get to this, how about Waverly? My word, Heffelfinger 33, Stoddard the clutch free throws at the end of regulation. These guys, tough, physical, tremendous, well coached. What a load they were today.
Yeah, they deserve to. Both teams deserve to win that game. It's so crazy that came down to that game, and they just kept coming and coming and coming. There was a couple times where I thought we had a chance to extend the leads, and they made huge plays. That's what a senior does that doesn't want to lose either. Stoddard is a tremendous player, and he made play after play for him. Number 20 made shot after shot.
Averaging 12 and a half, and he goes for 33.
Crazy. I can't say enough about Waverly, though. His guys compete their butts off. They're physical, they're tough, they make shots, they don't let anything rattle them. There was a couple times where I thought we had a chance to extend it. The crowd's getting real big into it, and nothing rattled them. Nothing. And they got a young group. They're going to be a load to deal with in a couple of years, even next year.
What a ball game. So much was going on. Is Sebastian okay?
I think he just tweaked it just the same way. I don't know. We'll have to see. What's crazy is I think it happened when they were kind of celebrating a little bit, and I think Jack bumped in from behind and tweaked it in that. So I can't say enough about our kids. They battled. Didn't shoot the ball from the free throw line very well. We fouled them a little too much. Didn't make some plays that we normally make, and just found a way. Multiple guys coming up with big plays. Jack gets a huge steal. Dawson hits a huge three. Josiah hits a huge three. Sam makes big time play. Getting a steal. All these guys made awesome plays. It was a complete team effort. Just happy we got away with one.
In the first half, every time it looked like you were going to surge to maybe from 4 to 8 or 6 to 10, you just turned it over. The turnovers were they just kept piling up, and it seemed like every time you turned it over, they made a bucket.
Yeah, they transitioned well off of turnovers, and that's one thing we talked about before the game was being strong with the ball, and we turned it over way too many times. I don't know how many turnovers we had. It had to be in the 15 to 20 range.
At one point, I had 16 in the fourth.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me one bit. And it felt like they came at times where it was like, all right, if we can just get a basket here, we can feel like we're in more control. And then they come up with a huge play and get a steal and make a basket on the other end. And it came down to, and then we'd have no timeouts. It came down to, some of our players just making plays. Josiah came up huge. Once again, being able to put Dawson in the corner and letting Josiah kind of attack that spot got us a couple baskets. And then Josiah comes up with a huge shot once again.
9 of his 26 come in overtime in the huge 3-ball.
Yeah, senior that doesn't want to be done. We talk about that a lot of times at this time of year. It's those types of guys that just will teams to victories, and you get a fun one like you did tonight when you have a guy on each team that don't want to be done and just keep making plays for their team.
This was just haymaker after haymaker. This might have been the most live this place has ever been today. It felt that way to me, and maybe that was just a function of the game being so close for so long in the second half. But this place, the energy and the vibe here was unbelievable.
Yeah, there's lots of energy in here. And, even from the start, we're kind of thinking, and I think they make the first basket, and you just hear this roar from over in Waverly section, and I was like, wow, they got more people here than I thought. And they were going to make a bunch of noise, and, they supported their team tremendously. You get in this environment, I don't know. I was having flashbacks to Crete at one point.
Me too. Even Stoddard's hair looked like Carter Kent. Everything about him looked like Carter Kent.
I started thinking that when I was watching him, I was like, who he looks like is Carter Kent. And then I wanted to keep telling myself it's not Carter Kent, because I kept on replaying Crete in my head, and then he comes out and plays like he did, and they're playing zone, and I'm like, we got to extend this at some point. Otherwise, we let him stick around and have another shot. We don't know what's going to happen.
I'll tell you, with our new vantage point, Coach Reeder for Waverly was they are so well coached.
Yeah, you can tell. When you watch them on film, the way they run their stuff, the way they defend, well-coached basketball team. Their guys play with energy. They're tough. They're in the right spots. They get after it. They're totally bought into what he is preaching and teaching. And he came up with good sets when they needed shots. We didn't defend it very well, and felt like we covered that set that they got a couple times. We covered it probably once because we hadn't seen it a whole bunch. We thought some other sets were more likely. And he ended up running that, and they got it multiple times.
Well, Coach, I think it's time to let you go mingle amongst the players, the fans, the parents. Enjoy this a little bit. Hopefully you've got that deep breath taken care of, because for the 9th time, Coach Siskey texted and said, great game. For the 9th time in 10 years, this program is heading back to the Class B state tournament. A veteran-laden bunch that season will continue 2 Thursdays from now. Heck of a performance. Way to come back and get the job done.
Thanks, Chris.
We'll come back with more right after this on the Rural Radio Network. Dribble. We're back here on the post-game show following a tremendous ball game in overtime, 63-61. Let's check the post-game numbers brought to you by Arby's, the meat crafters throughout western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming. Heffelfinger led everyone. My word, he had 33. I mean, he was tremendous. Every time they needed something big, he knocked it down. Heffelfinger scored 33. Noah Stoddard had 19. 4 points is all for everyone else. Murray and Wingrove had 4 and 1 for Skrebecki. For Scottsbluff, Deolis 9 of his 26 in overtime. 26 to lead the Cats. Dawson Moore had 19, 8 for Chance Parker, 4 apiece for Darnell and Clarkson. Harsh, the late injury, we'll pray and hope he's okay. He had 3 points. We'll step away and come back with more right after this on the Rural Radio Network.
Exceptional care, right here at home. That's the mission of Morrill County Community Hospital. Morrill County Community Hospital is a 20-bed critical access hospital that owns and operates clinics throughout Bridgeport, including specialty outreach clinics and Morrill County Home Health Clinic, as well as Chimney Rock Medical Center, located in Bayard. Our dedicated team is committed to you and our community every time at Morrill County Community Hospital, Bridgeport, Nebraska.
Parents, remember your kids are watching you as they're participating in their activity. Set a positive example for your kids to feed off of.
Showing good sportsmanship not only shows good character as a fan, but can also improve productivity among the competitors.
In being a great opponent, you need to have great attitude and respect for the game.
The outcome of the game is out of your control, so sit back and let the athletes do what they do best.
Final score, 63-61. The celebration continues out on the game floor after the Bearcats win it over Waverly in overtime. Player of the game time brought to you by Taco John's of Scottsbluff and Gearing. Unwrap the original before or after every game. We're going Josiah Deolis, 9 of his 26 in OT. Your player of the game today brought to you by Taco John's for Scottsbluff is Josiah Deolis. We'll be back to wrap up our broadcast right after this on the Rural Radio Network. Logos in Gearing is the place to get all of your school spirit gear, personalized gifts, and promotional items for your business and employees and banners for any special event. Logos is also the only place to stop for custom screen printing or embroidery. You can even design it yourself on their interactive website. Stop into Logos today. They'll design it, print it, and have it to you in no time. There's no job too big or small for Logos. That's Logos in Gearing. Your kids were phenomenal. Your coaches were phenomenal. The effort was unbelievable. The play was through the roof. What a high-level basketball game. Heffelfinger and Stoddard outstanding. Tip of the cap to the Waverly Vikings here in a loss in this one. Tremendous job. And, of course, for Scottsbluff, this veteran-laden group would not be denied. They find a way somehow down the stretch. They get it to Waverly got it to overtime. They took the lead, looked to be in control maybe for a moment, but too much Deolis, 9 of his 26 in the extra session. That'll do it for this afternoon. A tremendous matchup here for both squads. Scottsbluff wins it 63-61. They'll head to the Class B state tournament 2 Thursdays from now. A Thursday night game or a Thursday game for opening round action in Lincoln. We'll talk to you then for boys basketball. Mitchell right now finishing up in the fourth quarter in Lexington against Wayne. We'll have Bridgeport in a district final coming up on Monday. That'll do it for a Saturday afternoon. So long and good afternoon, everybody.
65 points per game. Mitchell at number 10 came into this one at 18-7 on the year. They will fall to 18-8, losing their last two contests to Ogallala and to Wayne. Both of these schools, those are good losses to have, and at this point a heartbreaking way for your season to end for Mitchell. But either way, the Tigers have not a lot to hold their head on. They played an opponent win-loss record of 236 and 192. That is well over the 500 mark and well into the 700 mark. That is a good record that you can hang your head high knowing you played against quality opponents through and through. And here today,